There's no doubt that a lot of people are sympathetic to Godwin Emefiele, the former governor of the central bank, because of his many travails. Many feel that he is being persecuted. Part of the reason many people are sympathetic to him is because of his many policies that the current administration accused him of implementing and failing. They have implemented the same thing Emefiele did, and they have gotten worse results. People are focused on this only, not just whether the crimes they accuse him of committing when he was in office, whether he did it or not. We all know why he is facing prosecution in the first place. Because there are many other people, political players, that they don't need evidence to prosecute them because the evidence is there in the public domain. People who took money, they took dollars in kickbacks from contractors. You don't need any evidence to prosecute such people. Just bring that video, take the person to court, and he will be convicted. But here we are. They are focusing on someone because Tinubu is interested. Why is he interested? It is simply because Emefiele posed a serious threat to his ambition during the campaigns. In fact, not just the campaigns. During the APC primaries, at one time he had to cry out that they are using the naira scarcity to frustrate his efforts and campaigns. Emefiele on his own side was very unprofessional. He wanted to break the record as the first sitting central bank governor to contest and win a presidential primary election. Yes, during the campaigns, he didn't make it public that he was contesting. It was illegal anyway. It's still illegal up to today because the law has not been amended. But all the moves he made, people knew about it. He bought many vehicles that were painted in his colors and pictures. He was seriously making moves through the Buhari cabal to make him the candidate of the APC. While he was busy politicking at the time, he forgot one thing, that Nigerian politicians fight dirty. Yes, they are very vindictive. Someone like Tinubu will never forgive because he saw him as a potential threat. And if you want to play dirty politics in Nigeria, make sure you must win. Do everything in your power to win, to avoid repercussions. Or if you don't win, make sure you don't have skeleton in your cupboard. Yes, in Nigeria, politicians will blackmail you with your past sins, with your corruption. They will show you your file and force you to do their bidding. Otherwise, if you don't do their bidding, they will frustrate and put that person in prison, just like what Emefiele is facing today. That's why you have to love someone like Peter Obi. He's among the best politicians in Nigeria. Man was so good when he was governor of Anambra State that he left millions of dollars in savings when he was leaving office. That's why no one can blackmail him or threaten him that they will expose his past corruption because he doesn't have anything to hide. Clear conscience fears no accusation. So, despite the fact that many people have sympathy for Emefiele, it still doesn't mean that he didn't commit the crimes. Of course, he has to prove himself in court. Now, let's see the mansions he built. There are some that are still under construction, a high-rise building in Lagos State. There are many mansions he purchased. Also, the cash that the EFCC found in his accounts, millions of dollars and millions of naira. While Emefiele can argue in court that he was already made before becoming the central bank governor, someone that was an MD of a bank, that all the money and mansions that EFCC found that they are about to confiscate through the court, that he could afford all of them. Like already said, he has to prove that in court. He has to prove that he earned all this money before becoming the central bank governor. Because EFCC moving to seize these assets, that the court must order a forfeiture so that the federal government will take over all these assets, means that they have evidence where he sourced the money, how all the transactions happened, proving that it is corrupt money. Then he will have a serious case to answer. Now, let's see the list of what the court ordered for an interim forfeiture. When you hear interim forfeiture, it means that the defendant has about 30 days to prove to the court why they will not order a final forfeiture. So he has about 1 month to save all his properties if he truly can prove to the court that he didn't acquire all these properties with corrupt money. Now, let's start with all the money found in his account. $4.719 million was found in his account, and he stands to be forfeited if he's not able to prove to the court that he earned this money legally. The next one is 830,875,611 naira. This money also stands to be forfeited if he can't prove that it's not proceeds of corruption. Now to the different mansions Emefiele acquired through corruption. Let's start with the Highrise building. It is an 11-floor building under construction in Ikoyi. It has 94 units of apartments. Next is another 11-story building, this time in Lekki Phase 1. It seems this guy loves the number 11. That's why he's building 11-story high-rise buildings. In the same Lekki, there's another property he purchased from Chevron Nigeria. There are also lands totaling about 1,000 square meters he purchased in Lekki Forfeiture Estate Scheme, and many other properties scattered in Lekki, Ikoyi, and Etiosa. According to the testimony of the EFCC, they told the court that Emefiele received millions of dollars in cash that were undocumented. These were coming from deals that he made with proxies. And remember that he's been accused of stealing $4.5 billion and 2.8 billion naira. Well, he has a lot of convincing to do. He needs to convince the judge that he didn't acquire all these properties with fraudulent money, that he wasn't involved in any sort of fraud. Otherwise, he will forfeit all the properties and mansions to the federal government. Thanks for watching.